Okay, and welcome back. So getting started here, brand new kit. All the parts are all laid out, getting ready to get started on it. It's always nice to start a brand new kit. Nothing is messed up yet, and so that is a good feeling. And just getting a good look at the body here. I'm going to be starting by painting the body because I'm painting with an enamel, and it has to be cured before I start messing with it. And so using the testers number 1, 2, 3, 4, purple, but as you can see, it's lavender. And that is going to be a good color, but I got to get this thing in paint before it really gets started. And as you can see, there's a number of things I've got to get off of there. Of course, I almost blew it. I was getting ready to pull these things off. So these big things have to come off, but I definitely got to save those because those can be used for something. This big mess has to come off, but these do not come off. I was looking at that and I was ready to just pink cut them off, but as it turns out, they're supposed to be there. So now I've got to be extra careful cutting that glob off of there while preserving that. And just getting a good look here at the front, I have located, see how close I can get. It's always a dream to zoom in without over zooming in. Okay, as you can see there's your seam right on the front of the hood. So gotta get that off of there. A little bit around the headlight there. So I gotta do a little bit of sanding before I even clean this. And then I also saw the, and as you can see, there's the body's a little rough. It almost looks like it's got a coating on it. You know, sometimes they kind of put a finish on them, and it didn't go so well. But I mean, it's okay. It would probably be okay. But it was a bit rough in some areas. You can see there around the gas cap. And okay, there's the other seam right there. Got to get those off of there. You know, a lot of this, I'm just going to give it a light sanding with probably 600 or 800. There's the other seam there. You know, it's pretty rough somewhere, I can't remember. But pretty good. And so I'll be starting by getting that ready to go. And then I was looking at the undercarriage, get those in its basic colors. Now it's calling for different shades of black, a whole bunch of different shades of black on all these parts here. And I don't really want to do that. Like, I will paint this one black, flat black or a semi-gloss, and I will probably paint the frame black as well. But the suspension, I just want to paint different shades of silver and gray, or steel, kind of steel and silver, and that's just the way I want to do it. I like that contrast, and so that's the way I'm going to do it. And that's where I'm going to be getting started. And hopefully here in the same video I have snipped all this off and cleaned up this body and painted it. So the next scene I hope to be the painted model, the painted body. And I'm hoping to do it right outside today. It doesn't look like a clear day because there's fog on the window, but it is a really nice day out there, and so I'm going to paint it outside. And so hopefully that's the next scene. Okay, and there it is. This is what Tester's purple looks like. As you can see, it's definitely lavender, and it looks really good. And yeah, going back to the lavender bumper thing, I I'm positive now. I'm going to leave the bumpers lavender, and with the taillights in there and these whatever's going to go on the front there, when it's all dressed up, I think that's going to look really, really good. Now, there's good things and bad things about this paint job. It looks good from a distance, but of course we look at things up close, and this is what I've got. So many problems. As you can see, I've even got what was bubbles, and then this horrible texture thing that happened, and it's up here on this roll bar. I want to call it roll bar. The sides look sort of okay, but not great. And the tailgate, same thing. The sides look better than the top parts, but it's still unacceptable. If you're looking at things, sorry about that, things such as this area right there, that's unacceptable. See that there? And that's just going to be impossible to polish that out properly. And so what happened? As you saw that day, the previous clip, was really enjoying the day. I prepped this all up nice, got rid of all those seams. You can see there in the front there. Well, yeah, kind of got rid of the seam and replaced it with this orange peel effect, and got rid of all the other seams. Everything looks great, aside from the terrible paint job. So what was happening is I was enjoying my morning so much, I wasn't watching the time, and we had to be somewhere at 2 o'clock. And if you recall, I was saying I was going to paint this outside, and it was a beautiful day that early in the morning. Well, a storm was rolling in, and my time is so short that so here we had to leave at like 1 o'clock, and I'm out there at noon getting ready to paint this thing as the storm is coming in, and literally there's like a bit of a mist in the air, and that was just me jumping the gun and saying, you know, I can make it work. And I absolutely couldn't. Now, but by the way, in case anybody knows, you can't paint while it's raining. The humidity's too high. And that's what happened. Storm was rolling in, painted it anyway. Really shouldn't have been painting outside anyway. And so what we have is a messed up paint job. And I tried to rescue it, and so I put it on a bit too thick, and so on. A lot of you will be like, oh, you can just polish that out. But while trying to rescue it, I got it on too thick in some areas, and I'm not going to be happy with that, like on the hinges and so on. And so it has to go in the strip tank. So I am starting this build by putting it in the strip tank. Good news is I've got plenty of, the thing is so small, there's like more than half the can left. This thing covered super fast, and I've still got plenty of clear left there, but I have an empty strip tank, and so I've got to fill it. Now what I'm going to be doing here, oh, by the way, if anybody out there is named Andrew, apparently I've got to say I stopped drinking it right there, and so apparently I have to share this with you. So send me your name and address, and I will mail the rest of this Coke to you. Otherwise I'd feel guilty. Maybe I have just a little bit more. Anyway, I went out and got some Castrol Super Clean. And yes, I'm old school. I actually call it Castrol Super Clean. I know that it's just called Super Clean now. Now, why did I buy Super Clean? Well, I normally buy Purple Power, but before that, I always bought Castrol Super Clean. And something I noticed with the Purple Power is that it's not as strong, and it took longer to strip things, took longer to strip chrome, and so on. With Super, look at that. Whoa, hello. I should mention my garage is open. What are you? What is that? Anyway. Years ago, I used Castrol Super Clean, and like you can see the chrome being stripped off. That's how quickly it'll go. It's as fast as oven cleaner on stripping chrome. But now on stripping paint, I could have the paint stripped off overnight on this one, and this one's more like 3 or 4 days. And if it's good paint, forget it. It's going to be in there for a month. So I've gone back to Castrol Super Clean, and now, the reason why people usually buy Purple Power is because it's cheaper. It's $6.99 for this, and it's $11.99 for this. But the reason why it costs more is because it's stronger. It's better. So that's what I did. And especially since we are on a time schedule here, I have to get this thing stripped and repainted quickly. So the rest of this video is going to be me filling the strip tank and dunking the body, so I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Okay, there it is. Got a nice, fresh, unused gallon of Super Clean ready for the Samurai. And here we go. It didn't sink. Oh, we've got air pocket. Okay. Down you go. Bye-bye. Maybe you see him right there. Okay, so we will check back. Ooh, kind of like a fun house. Look at that. Look at the way the purple changes the color. It almost looks white in there. Purple plus lavender equals white. Anyway, we will check back in a couple of days, and or maybe even tomorrow, and see about spraying this again. But as you can see, I am off to a terrible start, but I will bounce back and I will have this done. The good thing about this one is that there's not much to it. It's most of the details going to be the undercarriage. So I will be back with update number 2, hopefully probably the beginning of next week, and maybe it'll be more eventful. But I appreciate you watching, and y'all have a good one.